All right, so today we're diving into some pretty intense stuff.
Yeah,
We're tackling Kierkegaard.
we
A
are.
little intimidating for some folks, I think,
Definitely can be a challenge.
but also incredibly insightful. I think you chose a really good text, actually. 3 upbuilding discourses.
Yeah, this one I think is very accessible. Even if you've never read Kierkegaard before, you can still get a lot out of it.
Right, and it's surprisingly relevant, even though it was published in what, like 1843?
1843.
Okay, so
Quite a while ago.
yeah, a while ago, but
But still speaks to us today.
it does. It does. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's talking about how to live a better life,
Yeah.
live a more meaningful life.
He calls them edifying discourses. That's the word that he uses.
Oh, okay.
So he really wanted them to sort of build people up
Right.
and offer them some real guidance.
Not just like some heady philosophical,
Yeah.
Exercise.
Right. Exactly. He's getting at the practicality
Yeah.
of how to actually live a good life.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the 3 big things he talks about are love, patience, and faith.
Mm.
And he keeps coming back to this idea that love,
Love is powerful.
yeah. And I love that quote, love covers a multitude of sins.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
It's like, what does he even mean by that?
So he's getting at the idea that, love isn't just this passive feeling.
Right.
It's something that you do. It's an action.
Oh, okay. So it's
And it's in that action
Yeah.
that we find forgiveness. And that's how we can sort of cover over those sins.
Oh, so we have to actually put love into practice.
Yeah.
And, I guess through that process is where the forgiveness comes in.
That's where the healing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes me think about all the times that I've held on to anger or, I've been resentful.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And it's like,
We all do that.
yeah, instead of approaching those situations with love and actually trying to forgive.
Right. What if instead of holding on to that grudge, we tried to see things from the other person's perspective?
Yeah. Huh. That's a challenge.
It is.
But I mean, I guess it is what he's saying.
That's the path he's laying out.
Right. And it's not even just with other people, right? It's with ourselves too.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
I mean, how often are we our own worst critics?
Yeah, totally. Okay, so we've got love, and then the next one he talks about is patience.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Patience.
I feel is pretty straightforward.
Seems like it should be simple, right?
Yeah. But Kierkegaard,
He always goes deeper.
yeah, he always digs in a little bit more. So what does he have to say about patience?
Well, we live in this culture of instant gratification.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We want everything right now. But Kierkegaard says that, true patience is about more than just waiting. It's about trusting in divine timing, having faith that things will work out the way they're supposed to.
Oh. Okay, so instead of getting stressed out when things don't go my way,
Right.
I should be looking at it as an opportunity
Just strengthen your faith.
yeah, to build up my trust that it's all going to work out in the end.
Yeah. That's a really good way to put it. It's about finding that peace amidst uncertainty.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done, right?
For sure. It's a practice.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last thing
The last big theme.
is faith as an active state of expectancy,
Yes,
which, okay, that's a mouthful.
it is.
What does that even mean?
So he's saying that faith is more than just believing in something. It's about expecting God's promises to come true.
Okay.
And not just in the afterlife, but here and now in our everyday lives.
Oh. So he's talking about living with this anticipation.
Yes, exactly.
That,
Like something amazing could happen at any moment.
Wow. So we should be actively looking for signs
Yes.
of God working in our lives, not just
Not just accepting things as they are, but actively seeking out.
yeah.
Do you think that's a realistic way to live?
I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty cool idea.
It is.
It's a pretty optimistic way to approach things. And it's crazy that he was writing about this almost 200 years ago.
I know. It's wild how relevant it still is, right?
Yeah. And who hasn't struggled with these things?
Mhm.
Forgiveness, patience.
Doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, these are fundamental human struggles.
Yeah. And I think that's part of why Kierkegaard is still so popular,
Yeah. He taps into these universal experiences, and he offers these really profound insights that can actually change the way we live. He's giving us real practical tools to deal with the challenges of life.
Yeah. He's not just talking about philosophy in the abstract.
Exactly. He's like, here's how to deal with a conflict in your relationship.
Right.
Here's how to get through a period of waiting.
Right.
Here's how to find faith.
Yeah. Huh. So maybe he's onto something with all this love and patience and
Expectant faith.
expectant faith. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the big question is,
Yeah.
can embracing these principles help us?
In this crazy world.
Yeah, in this crazy modern world that we live in. Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure.